I'm going to tell a story about my first love. I was 19, and I'd never had sex before. And for me, sex was a little bit complicated. I'm sure some people in the room feel me that it was not a simple decision. And I'd had an experience in the past that was difficult for me. So deciding to have sex was hard. And I was in love. And I was with my first boyfriend. His name was Sam. And we'd been together for a couple months. We'd been best friends in 7th grade. And then gotten together like a few months before this experience. And there was Valentine's Day, which, by the way, happy Valentine's Day. And we'd had this beautiful, beautiful night where he took me on this beautiful date to the most beautiful restaurant in University Park, Pennsylvania, who went to Penn State. So we went to Zola? Something along the lines of this, and it was a beautiful, gorgeous date, and I wore this extraordinary red dress, which is something I like to do, and he wore a suit, and when we went home, we did not have sex, but I thought, oh man, like, this is the person I would like to have sex with. And he said, I love you, and I had decided this. So after this date, I walked around the Penn State campus, and there was this store, Mr. Charles, if people remember, and in the window there was this beautiful white dress, and I said, that is the dress I would like to lose my virginity in. So I bought the white dress. It was not a long white dress, it was not a wedding dress, but it was a satin dress, like to here, and I was very proud of it. I love that dress. I still think about that dress. It was a great dress. And I told Sam we needed to have another nice date. And he's like, okay, we can have a date. That's cool. And the day I woke up, when I was like, it was time for our nice date, I was like, oh, this is the date. I'm going to lose my virginity. And I think I can make it like prom. Because keep in mind, I was 19. I was like a kid. Actually, no, I take this back. I was 18. I had just turned 18. And I decided I wanted to make it like prom, so I asked friends of mine to take pictures. And I got my hair done, and I got my nails done, and I rented Casablanca, and I cleaned my dorm room. And Sam came over, God bless, and it was snowing, and I was so happy, because I was like, good, it is snowing for my sex date. And he comes over, and he's like regular, like he had like a collared shirt and khakis, like regular date clothes. And I'm like in my dress. My friends are there, like ready to take pictures. God bless, right? So he's like, okay. So we took some pictures, and then we like get on the blue loop, right, to like go to the restaurant, which was the hotel bar. We weren't 21, you know, but the hotel bar at Penn State, and I can't remember the hotel name, but no, it wasn't Allen Street Grill. It was a hotel. So we go to get to the hotel, and we're on the bus, and the snow has turned to slush, and I'm not happy because the snow has turned to slush, and my fantasy is starting to like unravel. And Sam says to me, and God bless him, again, we are 19. He's like, Margaret, just so you know, like, we just had a date a couple weeks ago, this, like, really beautiful Valentine's Day date. Like, I can't afford to spend a whole bunch of money tonight. And I was pissed. Because I'm like, oh, no, like, this is starting to, like, not be good. And I had this whole fantasy of we were going to go to this hotel restaurant, and there was going to be a live band, and we were going to dance, and it was going to be beautifully romantic, and then we were going to go home, and I'd made a playlist, and we were going to dance then, and then we were going to have sex. And we get to the hotel bar, and I'm already upset, and nobody is there. Like, there is not a single soul there except the waitress, and then people do come, and they're like a large family in bathing suits staying in this hotel, and the walls are covered in, like, New Yorker-esque caricatures, and I am mad. I was so mad, and I was so disillusioned, and I knew he couldn't afford to spend much money, which, again, I don't blame him at this moment in my life. And the waitress comes over, and she's like, can I help you? And I'm like, no. And he's like, just give us a minute. And I go to the bathroom and I cried and I cried and I cried. I come back and everybody knows I've been crying and it's embarrassing. And Sam orders an appetizer and he's like, hey, listen, can we just get Chinese food and go home? I'm like, yes, I think that's what we should do. So we get the check. We wait for the blue loop again. It's cold. I'm unhappy. The first bus that comes closes on Sam's head, which is true. The second bus that comes takes us home to South, for those of you who clearly went to Penn State, where I lived. And my roommates are still getting ready to go out because we're all freshmen. So we sit there and we watch Sex and the City in the dark and the silence. And then eventually people leave and I put on Casablanca, which was my plan. And I don't know who's seen Casablanca, but the first 10 minutes are not romantic. The first hour is not romantic. I keep trying to watch it. It's still not romantic, but we try. And Sam, God bless him, starts crying. And I'm like, oh, what are you doing? And he's like, all you wanted was for like this to be special, and I can't do that for you. And I understood. I did. And I said, hey, I think I can't realize when things are going well for me. And he was like, oh no, it's ending. Okay, well, in the end of the story, it didn't work out. Well, we tried to have sex, and my roommate came in and tried to get ready for like 10 entire minutes, and his hard-on went down. And God bless, he's a wonderful man, and my expectations were too high, and all worked out in the end, and he's happy somewhere.